Oh man, I had to I had to try to figure out the best way to say what I want to say as we wind down this year. I wanted to figure out how can I say in one video what what I'm trying to get across. If I'm going to say it, if I could say it to the whole world, what would I say? And because so many other people are actively expressing themselves, people in very influential and important positions are expressing themselves. I want to make sure that there's never any miscommunication about what you get when you come here with me. For example, most of you who have been following me know I don't I don't co-sign today's African American preacher, today's pastor. I don't really fuck with him. Today's woman of God, quote unquote. I don't really fuck with him. Today's rapper. You got to be really good to get into my rotation. But that being said, I'm the combat veteran. I'm the guy who beat homelessness twice. I'm the only boy in a family full of women. My father cheated on my mama and it worked out for him. My exes are attached to my family. I'm not attached to theirs. I took care of other niggas' kids. Ain't nobody had to take care of mine. I put myself in position where all they got to do is pop up, pull up. But that being said, my name is James Jr. I don't want that to get construed and have people assume that I'm proud to be James Jr. because of James Sr. You will find no record in my present life of this guy right here. You won't find that dude in my life nowhere. That is Deborah Stewart's dude. And they call her Deborah Frazier. This man didn't just pimped my last name out to whoever would fuck with him. And it started with my mother and her firstborn. Taking care of other niggas' kids is a family curse on my end. I had to break that shit, but it took for me to let the woman that everybody else liked go. That's where I'm going with this. If you see that woman that I married out with any kind of nigga, don't group me with that kind of nigga. If you run across my father, James Elliott Frazier Sr., James E. Frazier on Facebook and Instagram, don't group me with that nigga. The niggas that Maisha Harris fuck with, I don't respect that type of male. I don't even acknowledge them as men. The type of man my father is the very type of man that I grew up to outdo. I don't like liars, cheats, and thieves to begin with. When they come through my wife or my father, my mother, my half-sister, my aunt, my cousin, it's unacceptable. When I think about all the shit that's being said about black men and nobody's talking about the black boys that were sexually assaulted by the women in the 80s and how they made it out, I stay hush. They say if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. That's why I ain't been real active. I don't really know if those people who think that because they run across my wife or they run across my father or they run across my aunt or they run across my cousin, that they ran across somebody that know me. And Kenneth Kenny's wife, Val, was more of a sister than my half-sister has ever been. Andre Taylor's wife, Paulette. Men who opened their door to me, their wives cooked for me and gave me blankets and shit. God sent other people. What is that? You the fuck hello and hi from Renato Rocha. The names, I'm a butcher y'all's names. I don't know why. What's up? But we don't want any confusion. Anybody that truly supports me, we don't want no confusion. We don't want nobody to be able to assume that black men think some shit. Don't ever think all black men want to be fucking comedians. Some of us look at ourselves as kings, and the comedians and court jesters, these motherfuckers is here to make us laugh. And when they don't make us laugh, old school days, we used to be able to kill them motherfuckers. If you come over here trying to make me laugh and you don't make me laugh, I should be able to... We civilized citizens, though. Black men come in a lot of different varieties to my non-African American followers who might not be from South Central LA or be from somewhere out of the country. Black men in America, black men in South Central, black men in LA, black men in California. We come from a long variety of backgrounds. Just because you see some meathead motherfucker talking about womanhood on Instagram, talking about he will serve this country, don't think me and that dude is the same. Just because you see a dude on Instagram trying to be funny, don't think all black men trying to be funny. We not. Some of us are very, very serious about the seeds that we planted because our grandmothers taught us. Our fathers fucked up. So we ain't gonna be like dad in the 70s and 80s and believe whatever a crying woman say. We gonna check and we gonna fact check and we gonna make sure that women who lie get called liars. We gonna make sure men who try to break up families and come in and be side niggas and shit, we make sure we separate them niggas from the dudes that's really looking for wives and really being real husbands. Because I know some stand-up dudes and they know I'm about this ministry. They know how my grandmother raised me. They know how honorable I am. And I do not want to go back to my city and have any, when I go back to LA, I want motherfuckers that know Maisha Harris to know ain't no smiling over here. We dead serious, and yes, we looking for niggas like y'all. We want folks that know my father, James Sr., to understand that disqualifies you from knowing James Jr. I don't expect, if you don't know me personally, I don't expect you to understand. I always accept hellos. MrJFrazier.com is where you can click the link, support the ministry, and hear a story. If you listen to the music, what I'm saying now will make a lot of sense. I don't understand. Where you from? How do you pronounce? I would love to know how to pronounce that name. But I'm born and raised. I'm born in Culver City, raised in South Central LA. The hospital I was born in is no longer there. The school I took my high school equivalency exam at was non-existent. It was a fraud. I'm a combat veteran. I live about 65 miles outside of South Central now. Now, India. I don't know if I've ever conversed with anyone from India. Like I said, you can click the link in the bio and get some history about who I am. But I love the women from India. I love Indian women. I don't think I've ever met an Indian man. I am from Los Angeles, California. But we don't want to get it confused. There's a certain type of man. And I want to make sure that going forward into 2026, because from 2010 to 2020, there was a whole bunch of talking and typing. I come home from the war, move the bitch out the hood, then take care of it, do everybody else's job, yada, 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 yada. Send the bitch back, wait on the kids. And apparently a lot of grown-ass motherfuckers thought they understood the mindset because we from the same place or we share the same skin complexion. And these people, I dumb myself down for one broad. And then all these other motherfuckers came acting like they knew what I was talking about. And none of them knew she was the one being tested. So I don't want nobody to stumble, especially since famous women are questioning black men. No, I'm not a gym trainer. I'm a combat veteran who, when I came home from combat, I just kept up the military training that I was taught. The Army physical fitness test is 2 minutes of push-ups, 2 minutes of sit-ups, and a 2 mile run. If you have the discipline, and if you have 30 minutes or so a day, 2 minutes of push-ups, 2 minutes of sit-ups, and try your best to get a 2 mile. Get your best 2 mile run in. If you cannot do that many, go 1 minute. That's called a diagnostic. You do 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute of sit-ups, and a 1 mile run. And if you stay consistent, you will see some type of results. I recently changed my diet, but I always ate uh, pretty moderately. I never overate. That's a key out here in America where we are obese because my fellow Americans overeat. But I thank you guys for your time, and I hope that was of some help. Click the link in the bio, share as you are led, and again, I thank you. And we do not. There's a certain type of person you will get yourself embarrassed verbally if you group me with a certain type of person because we from the same place or we share the same skin, or because that fool is fucking and sucking and jocking on some broad that I didn't already farted on and discarded, or whatever miscommunications. We don't want nobody to think that you group all of us together because we share certain characteristics. I appreciate your time. I thank you, and have a great day.